That's crazy. I can't believe that. Including 15 minutes of Elena footage. So we're going to be able to see kind of what she can do. The new changes, because I know there's a lot of new changes to the game. And we're going to get into that in a little while. Like there's a lot of changes that I'm actually a bit uneasy about. But I'll get into why in a moment. Rhino Horn! So it looks like that roll that she does, she gets like, oh, here we go. She gets a combo for level 1, right? Yeah. Yeah, Elena always has that really lanky, like, hop, like her jump is so floaty. It's kind of like Chun-Li's jump. That's a classic. Rhino Horn in the corner into DP. Nice. Right, here we go. This is the level 2. I guess that's the level 2 where they go for the damage. Because there was no healing on player 1 side. So she can choose to go for damage or heal. Okay, so from that we can basically confirm Elena will not have a throw loop. Because look how far back she is and how quickly the opponent gets up. Yeah, there's no way. Throw loops is another subject I'm going to talk about in a little while once we see a bit more of the footage. But I think it's safe to say Elena will not have one, but they might still possibly be in the game. We don't know yet. We haven't seen any other characters doing throws in the corner or anything like that. Like CPU level 7, because you know why it's level 7 and not level 8? Because Capcom specifically asked you to not pick level 8. Because level 8 starts to do stuff where it like basically figures the character out for you. So every time I've ever been invited to get early access of a character, they specifically request that you don't pick level 8. And you'll notice that. Like if you see any early access gameplay footage for characters in the game, it's usually always level 7 and not level 8. If it's level 8, it's probably because they snuck that in there. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, see, that's her new move. This little roll thing that she does. And then I guess you can cancel it into like different options here. So for example, there's the overhead. You can drive rush from that, full combo. DP, nice, okay. I think she's gonna have incredible high-low mix, Elena. That's what it looks like to me, very momentum-based. And I'm excited that we can see her damage output here because the damage output was gonna be one of the big factors for me. The damage is a make or break because it looks like she has the options. She has pretty much everything you need in this game to be good. It's just a shame that the CPU does that. It just does raw super. Okay, that was the heal. Let's see how much that built. Okay, so I'm going to put the mouse here. Okay, so it built just a little bit under punish counter throw. So maybe like 1.5k damage, something like that. Her DP seems to have good range to it. Let me see that again. Look how far away this was. And I'm assuming, I don't know what version of the DP that was. It's hard to really tell at this point, but that range is wild. Level 1. Bro, she can do it mid-screen? Oh my god, she's a beast, bro. She's a fucking beast. One hit. Level 1 damage right there. Buffering level 1 with her might actually be the wave. Like literally. Just comboing into level 1 whenever you want. Like imagine on Akuma. He's trying to press buttons mid-screen. You whiff punish him. You do a combo into level 1. Maybe 2 level 1s if you have it lined up. Or a DP. That is... You've taken off more than half his life. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Just off of a straight hit. And it didn't cost any drive. In fact, you probably built drive back from doing that. Capcom, don't do it. Look at this. This round's basically over. This round's basically over 6 seconds in. Are you kidding me? So it looks like after that, after the Rhino Horn, I think that's... Wait, let me see that. Okay, so after Rhino Horn, you get the roll up. You get to roll up, empty, and then you're plus. So that's where the mix is going to come from. But this looks really good. And air to air, being able to react to jump, especially to floaty jumps like Elena herself. And then combo into super. Probably didn't even need to. Probably could have just done DP there to win. But it's nice to see that combos into super, you know? So this 100% combos into level 2. You can probably cancel it. Right here. Level 2, and then do the damage version, and then she's dead, right? Yeah, man. At first, I wasn't sure about her damage output, but the damage output is looking pretty beefy. I can't even lie. Yeah. Our combo after level 1. To me, that's wild. She might have the best level 1 in the game. Here we go. CA time. She kicks you like a football. Capcom saw Ronaldo in Fatal Fury and were like, bet. Hold my beer. Bro, she's going to be harassing from far away. Okay, there's the perfect parry. So to get perfect parry now, I believe you need to do the direction and parry at just the right time. So it's a bit more like third strike. Now, what's interesting about this is a change that I actually, like, I said this on my stream, like, I'm sure if I dug back through my archives, I could probably find it, but this is exactly what I suggested, so that's really funny. This is interesting. This makes things a lot more read-based rather than a lot more random-based, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were just tapping parrying strings and just, oh, I got a parry, cool, let's go. Now I'm going to win the round, or now I'm going to put you in the corner and then I'm going to win the round, or whatever, right? So I feel like this actually brings a lot more skill to the player getting the perfect parry. Like, it makes them understand the character they're fighting against a lot more. It forces you to learn more about the game, because if you're fighting a character that has like certain block strings, you need to know when they're going to do lows, you know, when they're going to do overheads, etc. So it's good. I honestly like this change. I like this change a lot more than the throw tech change, which we're going to get to in a moment. But yeah, it kind of lessens the reward of perfect parry a bit more. Oh, okay. So this is good. Like, this beat the throw. So she goes airborne, obviously. Boom, punish counter, full combo time. Let's see how much she gets. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's one of the things I saw in the trailer. She can easily do side swaps in her combos. So, like, for example, here, I think you can do, like, DP. Like, here, you can DP, you know? To side swap if you need to get out the corner. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so it looks like a roll into the overhead, hit meaty, and then combo from that. I don't know if that works on normal hit. I think that might just be a meaty situation. Regardless, that's very strong. It just legitimizes her even more as like a high-low mix character. Oh, there we go. Oh, twice? All right, let me break that down. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so we got this move to knock them down. The breakdance, and then the meaty roll into the overhead. Boom. Looks like it, comboed on normal hit there. Into whatever button this is. This looks like a medium. But Elena's buttons are always hard to figure out what they are because they're all kicks. And then again into the same situation. Boom. And this time gets the throw. So she looks like a momentum beast. Okay, there we go. Did you see that? Okay, so basically, right, the big change for the game right now is on a throw. If the throw is teched successfully, the person that pressed throw last to tech it regains a bar of drive gauge. So basically, this is Capcom's solution to throw loops and to deter people from trying to throw the opponent as much, because they might be giving the opponent meter in return for trying to throw them so much, right? So this to me is a very weird change, and I don't know if I like it. Street Fighter 6 for me is a game with very, very delicate balance. And I feel like the developers in the long run are going to have a very hard time trying to not only keep things very interesting for the dedicated players, but balancing game mechanics accordingly, right? It's actually almost a risk to continuously throw the opponent at risk of giving them drive gauge. On paper, that sounds really good, right? But in reality, this is going to make for a lot of situations where throws, when they're teched, to do that, you know? There's so many situations in this game where it's so fast-paced where you just try to throw the opponent, right? Just instinctively, or the opponent tries to defensively tech, right? There are going to be situations where you throw earlier than usual, and because the other person just happened to press throw at a certain time, they just get rewarded with drive gauge now. So it's like the game actually became a little bit more random with this change, I feel like, because not every single time, I don't know if this is worth it. Plus this really buffed delay grabs. You could basically always delay grab now, which will be pretty much every option apart from like extremely late shimmy. If you do delay grab, you're gonna beat meaties. You're gonna tech grab the throw if they tried to throw you meaty, which is going to give you a full bar of drive back, by the way. A full bar is crazy. But of course, you know, throws do lose to shimmies and those kind of mind games. Yeah, I just feel like overall this is a very lazy change from Capcom. I think they realized they can't completely remove throw loops like they did in SF6 without completely fucking up like the animations of the game and how each character's throw looks. Because it looks so weird if you throw the opponent in the corner and all of a sudden the offending character is just slides back to like mid-screen. I think that looks so shit. Like they did that for some of the grabs in SF5, like with Ken, and it looked awful. I'm not gonna lie, it looked shit. Like it did resolve some issues with the game, but it didn't look good aesthetically. So I think that Capcom realized that they can't do that without the game looking really weird. So they wanted to do something like this, but yeah, I don't know if this is a good change in the long run. There we go again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's crazy. Like, look, this player didn't even like player one in that situation. Let's say these are two human players. Player one might not have even pressed it as a tech there. You know what I mean? Player one might have just pressed it because they were near the opponent. They tried to throw them, but it just so happened the opponent went to throw them first. And now the person on player one's side randomly gets a 1 drive gauge reward. Oh, cool. Free drive gauge. Let's go. Now I'm just going to drive rush in. The way I see it is it's too difficult for the game to decide who actually teched defensively successfully. It encourages throw teching, yeah, but that can actually be very dangerous in this game. Like in this game, sometimes it's better to take the grab. I know that's like a meme, right? Take the throw or whatever, but in some situations, if you have enough life, it's actually beneficial to just take it rather than trying to parry, rather than trying buttons, rather than trying anything, right? But yeah, I feel like this throw tech change from Capcom, it feels a bit half-baked, if I'm honest. Is it a buff on defense or a nerf? I don't even think it's a buff or a nerf on defense. I think it's just a change. I can't say if the throw tech thing is like positive or negative. I just think it's a change that's in the game. Because it's just weird. Like it feels like it could actually make the game more random, which is exactly what we don't want. On paper, it's a buff for defense because it encourages throw teching. But in reality, that might not be the way. Like, that's an extra layer that you have to think about. Like, if your character has no DP, no reversal, there's certain situations where you actually are guessing on defense. I feel like they could do it on a character-by-character basis. Like, maybe add more recovery to grabs if your character has a reversal or an option to escape, to reward you for throw teching successfully, but if you fuck up, then you get punished for it. I mean, again, though, that kind of disrupts the balance of the game a bit more in terms of, like, the throw... like having throw loops. This game is so delicate. You change one thing, you fuck up like 5 other things, right? I hope that we're not heading towards Tekken 8 Season 2 territory where this throw tech thing is just a giant mistake. And now, you know, you have players up in arms. The game feels a lot more random and people are not happy. I mean, in the long run, it's not going to disrupt the overall gameplay balance of Street Fighter 6. I mean, unless... I haven't seen any of the changes they're planning to do for the game because I know there's going to be a big balance patch overhaul. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But, you know, this is just a small part of it. but it could be something that, you know, one character can easily abuse and then it just steamrolls and then we have a huge problem on our hands. So I'm hoping it's not a Tekken 8 Season 2 situation. Honestly, overall, I'm not really liking this throw tech change so far.